Hello! This is going to be a concept illustration video, so I'm not going to show you anything about a particular kind of software or any sales that's happening. I'm going to try and get something through to you. And when you're drop shipping, it's really easy to think, hey, logically, if this happens, this person's not going to want it. Like, people trip out about the fact that, like, every single one of my items, right, is from Walmart.com. And it comes with a receipt that says what I paid for the item. And I take that price and I multiply it by 50%. And then I charge the buyer. So the buyer has always paid more than what is shown on that receipt. That sounds like it'd be a huge flag, a big issue, right? But I've gotten like 4 issues in like 1,000 transactions. Like, it's so infrequently a problem. Like, I even once got a positive review that said, I didn't know you were a Walmart.com reseller, but I really like the beanbag chair. I was like, sweet, cool, awesome. So what I'm going to show you now is an example of a listing I have that has sold multiple times. So, one second. Here it is. Oh, nope. I'm screwing up. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I've sold 8 of these, right? And people have paid for them like 6 times. So it has actually made me money, okay? And this is a little bit inaccurate because Walmart just recently lowered the price on this. So this used to be for $107. Like, literally, like yesterday, it was $100 item, not an $83 item. But I want to illustrate a concept to you, because if you get into drop shipping and you think, oh, you know, I gotta offer cheaper items because that's gonna get me sales, you'll get sales that way. But be careful, because in reality, you just keep at it and you can sell at whatever rate you set. It's just gonna take longer if it's a higher profit margin, but you end up being able to sell those items. Like, you think, okay, 6 people bought this item, and whenever anyone goes to this item now, they see that 8 other people bought it. Like, oh, okay, that means that the price must be a good one, right? But then let's look up this item. Baby trend jogger. I'll even use the same title, which is like, obviously people could be using other titles as well. Oh, look, here's one for $62. This is $20 less of an $80 purchase, right? So that's a pretty significant decrease. That's like 25% cheaper. And this one has only sold 7. So this one has sold less. Like, you may think that cheaper is always better, but really that's just like, oh, if I do cheaper, I'll get a few more sales sooner. But ultimately, I'm bringing cheaper prices to this market that I'm trying to saturate. Like, if you're, the whole bulk mentality really, really thrives when you're able to make it, basically what you do is, if enough people are doing the bulk method and they're not undercutting each other, then you just make it so that if somebody wants to take the time to look through like 10, 20 items, they can get like 30, 40% off. That's awesome for a little bit of time spent just looking down a list, you know? But to the people who don't really care about that, and they just want their item now, or they want it from a seller they trust or something, they'll just buy the first one that shows up. So it's in everybody's best interests to, if you're doing bulk, to post at high profit margins. Because the fact that you're able to do bulk, it means that you can get away with it. Whereas when you're focusing on optimization, you have to spend so much time on it that I understand more when you're an optimized kind of industry or a drop shipper, and you don't have as high markups. But I really, really, really encourage you to get out of the undercutting mentality. If you can do that, if you can not give a flying fart about the prices of your competitors, and you just know, like, I'm posting this and I'm going to find a way that works, and it's going to work, and it's probably not going to work for a year or 2, and that's okay. I'm going to be learning. I don't expect anything. As long as you keep learning and you keep at it, you are set. And to further show this point. Oh, I was recording. Wow, okay. I just looked into OBS, which is my recorder software, and I had two instances of them opening, and one said stop recording, or one said start recording, and I was like, did I really just talk into this microphone for like 20 minutes? Oh, it's been 5 minutes, yes! 5 minutes without recording it? That would have been ridiculous! But there's two of them open, so the other one is recording. Anyway, the point that I want to make as well, that this listing, keep in mind, this is, okay, this is actually my competitor's listing, right? So we're going to go to my listing. Ah! See, it's like 20 bucks more expensive. It's ridiculous. And we're going to scroll down. And then look here in this description. Items that are part of a recall are removed from the Walmart.com site and are no longer available for purchase. These items include, so basically this is a disclaimer by Walmart saying that if you're curious about recalls, when a recall happens, we remove it from our website. So that means that every single, okay, 8 people have committed to buy this item, and 6 of them have actually paid for it, okay? So that means 6 people who actually paid for this item either did read this part about Walmart.com or didn't read it and didn't give a flying crap about it or had no idea. And I think what happens is a lot of people just either don't read it or don't know. Because when I started off as a physical eBay seller. So I would find items to sell and then sell them, right? But you spent so much time getting items, figuring out like deals to get them, where to get them from, spending time getting them, and then you had to look them up. You had to research them to figure out what the problems were. You had to test them. You had to then take pictures of them and make listings, and then you had to deal with posting the auctions, and then you had to deal with returns. And drop shipping. Huh. You deal with the returns, and you deal with like posting the items and some customer service. It's a fraction of what you deal with when you are actually selling physical products on eBay. And that's where I'm so drawn to it, because it was just like, I just kept seeing I would do drop shipping work and earn the same amount of money in like weeks that I'd in like hours. And it was just like, I could just, it's like when you get a really nice tool and you've been doing something, it takes like 5 minutes every time you do it. And then you get this new tool and you learn how to use it. And then it's like 10 seconds. And every time you're just like plus 5 minutes of life. My lifespan literally just got longer. I'm going to get more stuff done now. Awesome. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about dropshipping is abstract. It is weird. It doesn't make sense. And you have to expose yourself to as many results as you possibly can. And that's the key to success. You can make all of the logical decisions, and you can think that you see these patterns, and you can think that, oh, this kind of item is good, and I want to find these specific items that sell. But I think that that's not what actually brings you the success. The success is just keeping at it. So, keep at it. I think it'll be worth it. I know it'll be worth it.